A former radio announcer. All right. Before we start, I'd like to. How's it going?
Oh iya bang. Oh, panasnya aman lah ya. Aman. Masih bang ya. Iya. Aja. Iya.
Atas segala karunia-Nya.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to English Olympiad PLN UIKSBU 2020. Speak up your ideas. Let's inspire others through these events. Can I have your applause, please? All right. Thank you. Celebrating the 75th National Electricity Day. Today, this is not just going to be a special event, but also going to be a great experience for all of us, since all the participants going to share their ideas, going to inspire everyone through this event. I am Tendi Aristo, going to be your host for these 2 days. I'm a public relation officer in Directorate General of Taxes, and of course, I'm a proud radio announcer. I'm a former radio announcer, by the way. All right, I heard you guys have jargon. Let's cheer up this event with your jargon. So I wanna ask all the participants to turn on your mic and your videos, please. We're gonna check your sound over there. Is it going? All right, let's please turn on your mic and videos. All right, let's do the jargon. Selamat pagi.
Pagi.
Okay, some people got delayed. All right, we'll start it over. Selamat pagi.
Pagi.
PLN
Berakhlak,
Aku pikir itu.
andal,
Apa?
berakhlak andal.
All right, that's cool, guys. Okay,
Siapa itu, Mem?
we're gonna start it over,
Ayam jago.
guys. Please turn on your mic and turn on your camera and do it together. Okay, we're gonna do it together. Ready? Selamat pagi. All right, PLN
Pagi.
Okay, that's awesome. Save your energy, guys. All right, let's greet our honorable guest for today.
Memperhatikan. Kita doang
We have
loh yang
Senior
banyak tingkah.
Manager Human Resources, Mr.
Delay ya,
Sigit
Kak.
Prasetyo. Good morning, sir. We share the same outfit today. And then we have Human Resources Development Subfield Manager, Mr. Rahmat Khalid. And then we have Assistant Manager Human Resources Development, Miss Riziki Yayu Febrina. And of course, we have our beloved judges. They've been ready over there. And all the awesome participants that joining us through the Zoom video conference, of course. And thank you guys for those who watching us through the PLN UIKSBU YouTube channel. All right. We proceed to the opening remarks by Mr. Sigit Prasetyo. 5 minutes, the stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi rekan-rekan semuanya. Alhamdulillah, puji syukur kepada Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, berkat limpahan rahmat, taufik dan hidayahnya, pagi ini kita bisa dalam kondisi sehat walafiat dalam rangka mengikuti kegiatan Olimpiade Bahasa Inggris di lingkungan UIKSBU. Yang terhormat Dewan Juri, Pak Suharjo, Bu Irma, dan Bu Debo, serta rekan-rekan semuanya, peserta Inggris Olimpiade tahun 2020 di UIKSBU yang saya banggakan, serta rekan-rekan panitia yang sudah berjibaku mulai kemarin untuk mempersiapkan acara ini. Mudah-mudahan bisa terlaksana sampai akhir dan bisa lancar dan sukses menghantarkan rekan-rekan untuk berkompetisi untuk memilih yang terbaik menjadi kandidat kita yang akan kita ikutkan dalam ajang nasional di PLN. Tapi sebelum kita mulai, saya ingin menggemakan lagi yel-yel PLN. Kalau tadi host sudah mengajak, mari kita sama-sama kita dengan semangat ya, kita berdiri. Mohon nanti ketika saya katakan selamat pagi, tolong jawab pagi, pagi, pagi 3 kali. Ketika saya katakan PLN, tepuk dada, samping kiri, katakan berakhlak, handal, dan terbaik. Kita ya, mohon untuk biar teman-teman biar lebih semangat, ayo kita sama-sama berdiri. Selamat pagi. Pagi, pagi, pagi,
Pagi.
PLN berakhlak, handal, terbaik.
Anda
Buat kita semuanya.
terbaik.
Luar biasa, luar biasa, luar biasa. Oke, silakan duduk lagi. Rekan-rekan semuanya, pagi ini sampai nanti sesi terakhir, mungkin siang atau sore sudah selesai. Ini adalah kegiatan rutin dalam rangka English Olympiade tahun 2020. Memang tahun ini tidak seperti biasanya. Kalau tahun-tahun kemarin kita bisa bertatap muka langsung, tapi karena kondisi pandemi, kita pun juga harus menyesuaikan dengan kondisi apa yang ada. Kita harus melakukan kegiatan ini tetap jalan lancar meskipun dengan kondisi jalan dengan online. Tapi meskipun dalam pelaksanaannya nanti online, harapan saya teman-teman, rekan-rekan semuanya tetap semangat memberikan yang terbaik untuk kegiatan ini dan bisa berjuang sama-sama ikut kompetisi dan menjadi yang terbaik. Untuk tahun ini saya melihat masih belum 100% UIKSBU yang di unit-unitnya ikut. Harapan saya ke depan rekan-rekan di seluruh unit di lingkungan UIKSBU semuanya bisa mengirimkan peserta-peserta terbaik untuk berkompetisi. Karena ini adalah kompetisi nantinya kompetisi nasional. Yang terbaik akan kita kirim ke PLN Pusat untuk di skala nasional di lingkungan UIKSBU dan di lingkungan PET PLN Persero. Untuk tahun ini, karena kita ada tema yang harus kita dukung, yaitu ada 4 pilar. Pertama, green, lean, inovatif, dan customer focus. Harapan saya nanti rekan-rekan bisa memberikan ide-ide dan aspirasi-aspirasi yang dapat mendukung program pelaksanaan transformasi di lingkungan PT PLN Persero tahun 2024. Sebelum saya akhiri, mudah-mudahan sekali lagi kegiatan ini lancar, teman-teman tetap semangat, berikan yang terbaik untuk kebaikan kita bersama. Mari sama-sama kita dengan bacaan basmalah kita memulai acara ini. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan ini kegiatan English Olympiade tahun 2020 di lingkungan UIKSBU saya nyatakan dimulai. Besar harapan mudah-mudahan kegiatan lancar, sukses, dan memberikan hasil yang terbaik buat kita semuanya, khususnya di lingkungan UIKSBU. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Aplaus buat kita semuanya.
Thank you, Mr. Sigit. What an encouraging speech. And of course, today we're gonna begin our competition. All the participants gonna talk about the current issues and of course 4 main topics that related to the PLN transformation on 2024. Those are green, lean, innovative, and of course customer focus. And now I would like to meet our judges for today. They've been waiting over there. There are 3 awesome judges. I'm gonna say hi first to the Mr. Suharjo Setio. Hi, good morning, sir. Good morning. What is your expectation from all the participants, by the way?
Diklatnya sampai hari ini ada? Enggak kan? Masih ada? Masih jam 1 ya? Oh iya, iya. Masih ada ya. Apa tinggal 8-nya lagi ya? Ada kayak Mbak di sana.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Joe. It's gonna be fun for sure. And then I'm gonna say hi to our second judge is Miss Irma Ade. Hi, good morning, Miss Irma.
Hello. Good morning.
All right, Miss Irma, what do you think
Makasih.
all those participants need to stand out the presentation?
Pardon me?
Aku nggak mikir itu, nggak usah. Anu,
What do you think the participant needs to stand
Nggak
out the
kepingin-
competition, all the presentation to
kepingin yang
give their
terbaik,
best?
ikut aja aku.
Any tips and trick maybe?
Okay, so it is, I don't think that I have some specific tips for everyone right here, and I trust them already mastered specification of how to do the speech and also present as a public speaker. But one thing that I want to give for this morning, because this is a little bit different, we face virtually, I just want to make sure that everyone right here enjoy and relax. You know, whatever you are doing, when you are actually mastering the speech, whatever it is, if you are not feeling relaxed, everything will blur up. So just make sure that you are relaxed and you are actually enjoying this event until the end. So relax is number one for me as the tips for this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Irma. We highlight to be relaxed through the competition, guys. All right. And the last but not least, we have Miss Deborah Francisca. Hi, good morning, Miss Deborah.
Hello, good morning.
Miss Deborah, what the judge I have already prepared for the competition? Did you guys prepare some like scoring or anything for for the participants?
Yes, of course, we already put some judging criteria for scoring today. So I just hope everyone, all the participants, will give the best and don't stop learning because this is not a kind of competitions, but just give the best from you all.
All right, thank you. Give applause for the three of our judges, please. They are awesome, of course. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have two competitions for these 2 days. The first one, we're gonna have team competition. There would be white team and the black team. The white team gonna share their ideas, their thoughts about PLN transformation in 2024. They will give their best presentation in 15 minutes. They will, and the criteria from the judges' ballots are the idea, the presentation and public speaking, the English speaking skill, and make sure for all teams that your member gotta speak or give their own views. Another one, we got black team. The black team has already randomly chosen. They will give their argument in 5 to 7 minutes. And the judges' ballots are arguments, solutions, presentation and public speaking skill, and of course, English skill. All right, I'm gonna say hi to our participants on the team competition. The first one is UPK Belawan. Hi guys. We're waiting for your hi, UPK Belawan. Hi.
Hi.
Halo, halo.
We got 3 ladies here. All right. I bet they know about
Yeah.
our theme. They're wearing all the black
Sorry,
because is it
sorry.
because the Halloween
Sorry,
theme?
committee, can we give like a feedback because we cannot hear Kak Debo and Kojo sound clearly. I
What
think
about
you
my
should
voice?
double check that microphone maybe.
All right, thank you guys.
Is
We're
it
gonna talk
only
later,
us
all right?
or the other two?
Here, right here.
I'm gonna move.
Jida, can you listen to my voice clearly, Jida?
Yes, we can hear Kak Irma, but
Okay, what about
Kojo
what about
and
me?
Kak Debo, we cannot
What about
listen.
me? What about me?
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear.
Oh, it's supposed to be like right
Koju.
here.
Okay, I think I should speak behind the face mask.
Yeah, it's already clear.
Okay, thank you
Yeah,
so
but
much.
the volume I think still low. Yeah. But we can hear Kak Irma very clear.
All right. Thank you guys. And the next team is
Tadi suara.
UIKSBU. Hi guys.
Hello.
Oh my God, look at that nice on their heads. That's scary anyway. How long do you guys prepare that, that costume?
Sorry, could you repeat it?
How long do you guys prepare for that costume? That's so unique.
Actually, we just need an hour.
An hour, oh my God, I can't imagine if you prepared for 1 year. Thank you. And then we're gonna move to the next team. We have UPK Pangkalan Susu. Hi. Let's see their Halloween costume. Where is our UPK Pangkalan Susu? Oh my God, they started with a black screen. It's quite horror. Is it gonna be a jump scare? I'm worried about it now. Hello. UPK Pangkalan Susu. Is black screen your costume here? Oh yeah, I know that's scary. All right, while waiting for our team, I'm gonna shout out to our individual video competitions. We have Benny Herman Sulistio from UIKSBU. Hi Benny.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, it's you again. Okay.
Yeah.
And the second participant for individual video competition is Muhammad Fazazaki from UPK Pangkalan Susu. Hi, Faza or Zaki. Is Zaki joining us? Okay, Faza is having a trouble with the signal, right? All right, we're gonna move to the next participants. We have Siti Roshida from UPK Belawan. Hi, Ochi, is that your nickname?
Yes.
Oh my God, I know a
Hello.
lot of these participants. All right, thank you, Ochi. We have the next participant, Yusuf Putra Siman Juntak from UPDK Pekanbaru. Hi,
Yes,
Yusuf.
it's me. Hello. Yes, it's me. Hello. Can you hear
How
my
is
voice?
Pekanbaru, by the way?
Yes, Canberra is too hot nowadays.
Your eyes remind me about the Mumun Pocong. It's a bit
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, I know about that
Okay,
movie.
thank you for the
Yeah.
theme of the Halloween theme. I really appreciate that. We're gonna move to the next participant. We have Adi H. Nugroho from UPK Belawan. Hi Adi.
Halo.
Adi, what is H stands for, by the way?
It's me, Andrian.
Handrian. Okay. I thought it was Huntilanak, yeah, our local ghost. All right, I'm gonna move to the last but not least participant. We have Herdinan from UPDK Nagan Raya. Hi Herdinan.
Yeah. It's me. Can you hear my voice? Sir?
Herdinan.
Yeah? I'm here.
Oh my God, look at that kuburan band style. Okay. Herdinan, with that
Yeah.
costume, how confident are you with the competition?
Pardon?
How confident are you with the competition? Are you sure you're gonna win this event?
I'm not sure, but yeah, this is me. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure that I can win, but I'll do my best, okay?
But I'm confident you're gonna win for the best costume for today. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright guys, I'm gonna remind you about the rules on the individual video competition. So the participants already sent us the videos in 5 minutes duration, and the judges' ballots are idea and the knowledge issue, and then presentation and public speaking skill, video making skill, and of course English speaking skill. All those participants gonna give their best to win the total grand prize 12 million rupiahs. That is a big number. All right, so we're gonna have some events for today. We have some sections. The first one, we're gonna start this competition with ice breaking, and then we're gonna see two teams giving their best shot on the presentations, and then 3 video individual competitions. All right, guys, with those costumes, I believe you're gonna give best dance because we're now gonna have a TikTok challenge. So make sure you turn on your camera, you turn on your mic. You can dance any moves, just be you. Even though you have the TikTok account, I believe that, but just, we got a 50,000, electronic money for the best moves for today. You guys ready for the TikTok challenge? I remember one of you must have done, the ubur-ubur dance, whatever. So this is the right time to do the dance and get paid for it. Okay, the TikTok challenge, and we have another surprise on the TikTok ice breaking. Okay, here we go. Let's follow the dance, guys. Come on, Upik Ablawan. Okay, they were just the teaser. We have the more long duration for the TikTok moves. Wait for it. Okay, that was the teaser. So you guys gotta dance the Ubur challenge through the screen. Give your best dance, and this is TikTok dance challenge. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Give applause for all the participants. So many talents we found today. It's not only the presentation skill or English speaking skill, but also the dance skill. All right. Now we're going to listen to the brief scoring by the judges. So Miss Deborah, please.
Am I audible? Check everyone. Okay. So good morning, participants and fellow electricians in the world. So how are you today, every participants? Did you feel good today? Give your thumbs up.
Yes, I'm
Give your
nervous.
thumbs up.
Yes, I'm cool.
Okay. So, today we will serve as the judges. As you mentioned before, this is Mr. Joe Setio, the handsome one, and the beautiful one is Miss Irma. And we are going to explain about the judging criteria. And according to the agenda, there will be three sessions. The first one is the video presentations. The second is team presentations, and the last is the debate system. For the team presentations and individual presentations, we have a criteria, which are content, delivery, and the English. For content, we will give you 50 points, and delivery 20 points, and the English is 30 points. For debate sessions, there will be a content, logic, idea, argument, and solutions with the total 30 points. So to warm up the presentations today, we will give you a little bit explanations about the judging criteria by the Mr. Josatio and also Miss Irma. So let us welcome the first one. We're gonna explain about the content. For the 50 points is the Mr. Joe. Please welcome.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Like my
Morning.
partner Deborah said,
Morning.
my name is Joseph Teo, and I'm one of the judges. So today, we have several criteria that we're going to judge, but right now, I'm going to explain a little bit about what the meaning of the content. What are we looking for in content? So in an attractive and well-made presentation, they should have a good, attractive opening. That is one of the criteria we are looking for. Attractive opening to engage the audience, to see and to hear what are you going to say. And then, of course, in every presentation, we must have a solid content. It is effective, it is efficient, and it is supported by a well-researched and credible sources. So we don't just say anything what we like, but we also have to have a good content with a credible sources and a good material support. And at the end of the presentation, of course, we have to conclude. It's like a dessert of a meal. A presentation well made must have also a very good conclusion at the end to conclude the whole point of our message and something for the audience to take home, to understand and to realize what should be done. So a good conclusion must have good actions to make people to change. And next, there's the presentation effectiveness. Of course, in every presentation, they must serve a purpose. What is the purpose of a presentation? So we have to have a clear understanding as the judges, as the audience. We must have a clear understanding of what is the purpose of the presentations. And because we are judges, we don't know what to say. We also expect that you have a very good way and articulation of how you're going to make us as the audience to understand what is your presentation about. So we are going in the content, there will be a presentation structure, a good opening, good content, and a good conclusion. And we're also judging for the purpose of the presentation itself. Okay, so that is one of the criteria. Both criteria we have 10 points and 10 points. Okay, so the next point will be the body language and manner. I will give to my partner, Irma.
Thank you very much, Go, for the understanding judging criteria for this presentation structure. So now I'm going to explain how it would be to be more effectiveness, how to present your presentation especially. Gojo has been focused about how the material and logical of the methods of the presentation that you are actually trying to deliver. But right now, here I want to make the clarification of how the good presentation would be. So there's supposed to be two aspects of how a good presentation would go. first is from the outside, and the second one is coming from the inside. So from the inside has been explained by Kojo that actually relates about the materials, about your readiness, and also about your content, especially which is fact and logical. But from the outside, supposed to be from your body language, your eye contact, and also your appearance will actually make sure the energy of your presentation every time. You know, it is actually the condition where you are actually need to deliver. Even though you actually have lots of things to explain, but your readiness or your outside is not that proper, it is not actually qualified to actually give more credits for today judging, ladies and gentlemen. So we think that body language and good manner need to be given the score around 20 points right here. Right, the presentation structure has already been given 50, but for this body language and manner is given around 20. Beside body language and the good manner that you actually need to present in your presentation for this judging criteria, we also give the vocal variety that actually relates to the vocabulary and also the word picking, inside also the intonation, volume, and also the enthusiasm, you know, like how you actually try to master your material and how you try to present it. It's actually making all the judges feeling persuaded and trust to your material that you are actually able to gain more score. So these kinds of thing of the judging criteria has been wrapped up to the condition whether the inside and also the outside criteria of as the whole. Okay, so eye contact and also the body language combined with the words variety is actually a wrap up how to actually make and also gain more the score that you will gain in the end of the day. So that is actually the thing that we need to explain about how is the judging criteria. I think it's clear enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Irma and Mr. Joe, and of course, Miss Deborah. The body language, guys, don't forget about it. And let's now begin our competition with the first team competition. UPK Belawan, you guys ready?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, UPK Belawan will deliver their presentation about renewable energy distribution in order to achieve electrification ratio and renewable energy fulfillment targets. They're gonna be the white team, and the black team is UIKSBU. The black team ready? UPK Belawan as the white team, your time is 15 minutes starting from now.
Okay, first of all, can you guys hear our voice?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, my name is Ochi.
My name is Retno.
My name is Gida. We are from UPK Belawan, but before we begin our presentation, we want to give you something. PLN is the best! UPK Belawan, here. Renewable energy, here, there, everywhere. Can we share screen, guys? Because it's disabled. Okay. Okay, thank you already. So I'm gonna be the first speaker of this team. Our title is about renewable energy distribution in order to achieve electrification ratio and renewable energy fulfillment targets. As we know right now, electrification ratio and fulfillment of renewable energy use become the government's target in the future. The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources is targeting the electrification ratio this year to reach 99.99% by the end of 2020. As of April 2020, the electrification ratio has only reached 98.93%. The fact that the electricity access population ranking for Indonesia's population is still far behind by neighboring countries such as Malaysia to Singapore. One of the factors is that Indonesia is still inferior to neighboring countries because there are still 433 villages that have not yet had electricity. All of the villages are in 4 provinces, namely Papua with 325 villages, West Papua with 102 villages, and East Nusa Tenggara with 5 villages, and Maluku with 1 village. The Director General of Electricity at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources said that the ratio of electrified villages has not yet reached 100%. It is recorded that until the end of June 2020, the electricity ratio was still 99.51%. It was difficult to reach the target because the areas that had not yet received electricity were in remote areas, making it difficult to reach them. The government admits that it needs more efforts to reach that areas. If it's hard to supply electricity through the cable, for example, like submarine cable, why don't we try the other solution for remote areas, for the rural areas, such as solar panel or the other renewable energies? Indonesia has a big potential of availability of renewable energy resources. Otherwise, the national power generation still depends on fossils, where the oil and coal power in Indonesia will run out in 25 years, especially when Indonesia is increasingly deficit on oil and gas importers. On the other hand, there are several types of renewable energy sources that can be developed in Indonesia, including solar, hydro, wind, geothermal, bioenergy, and ocean waves. They are eco-friendly and also clean for our environment. However, the usage of renewable energy as a source of electricity in Indonesia has only reached 12.5% by 2017. And Indonesia, especially PLN, concerning in electricity from power generation, transmission, and distribution, has to increase the usage of renewable energy to fill the electricity needs. Renewable energy is one of PLN's commitments to achieve 23% target by 2025. Based on that fact, we can take advantage of renewable energy resources to meet electrification ratio by our target. With this facility, this will be solution for customers and PLN itself in achieving customer needs and electrification ratio targets. Ladies and gentlemen, for villages that have sufficient solar energy potential, home solar panel installation facilities will be provided, which will be installed in people's home. And for villages that have large wind energy potential, the ABT division at PLN will study them to make like PLTB in that area or micro hydro plants. And this also applies to other renewable energies. PLN provides renewable energy installation facilities according to the available energy sources in the area. So it doesn't depend on PLN cable distribution, which requires a more difficult effort and also more budget. It could be also a double target achievement, both the electrification ratio and also the fulfillment of renewable energy usage. This scheme also aligns with the two of PLN's aspirations for transformation 2024, which is green and customer focus. This new business plan is for the future sustainability of PLN's business in line with the government's vision to increase their use of renewable energy. Furthermore, PLN can be a big part of it. And the next one will be delivered by my friend Eno.
Okay, thank you, Kauchi. Currently, of the more than 17,000 islands that are owned by Indonesia, and of the 2,200 islands that are already inhabited, only about 1,800 islands have electricity. Meanwhile, the meaning for 100 islands have not yet had electricity because they are far from the main infrastructure, also have a small population. PLN has a program to electricity every village around Indonesia. The program is named Lisdes, which means Listrik Desa. And it has been running in various areas by PLN distribution. The government and PLN have a vision so that all Indonesian people can enjoy that electricity facility provided by this. But the fact is, there are still many remote areas that have not been electrified to this day. The difficulty of installing network in that area, because PLN has a need to increase their electricity at the rural area, especially in a remote area and small island, by using solar panel and what my friend said before, with the renewable energy resources to increase the use of renewable energy in the country, like sun, water, and wind. For example, the development and management model of the Karampung PLTS so that's suitable to build on this small island on the West Sulawesi, which has been operating since 2017, is considered successful and sustainable. This can be used as a pilot model for rural infrastructure development in the form of village PLTS throughout Indonesia. In this operation, PLTS Karampuang is managed by PT Karampuang Multidaya KMD, which is private parties, a village electricity business entity owned by local community through the Cahaya Karampuang Cooperative and business entities. PLTS Karampuang has the optimal capacity 598 kilowatt peak. It has been used to serve the electricity need of 800 households from 11 hamlets on Karampuang Island, which has an area 6 square kilometer using a solar cell technology and an energy source. PLTS Karampuang is certainly very environmentally wise because the production process doesn't produce waste and garbage. There are 4 installations built on Karampuang Island. PLTS built Dusun Karampuang, PLTS 2 in Dusun Karayang, PLTS 3 Dusun Ujung Bulo, and PLTS 4 in Dusun Karampuang. And how we do this renewable energy distribution process? First, you have to reporting. Why we have to reporting? First, people from rural area or island, they can call PLN 123 in order to submit a request for installation of renewable energy. It's so easy, guys. So you just call 123 to the PLN center. After that, after we reporting, from the distribution will be collecting the data. The customer service admin will collect the data about capacity request and the possibility of energy that will be used there. So if the area was small, we can call, the EBT division will be call the the distribution, and then for the large population, we can call the WIP. After that, the research. The research means the engineer and technician from the close office will become and to the rural area and take an observation. And for the installation, this means it's a qualified. When it's qualified, then PLN UIP will become install PLTS, PLTB, or another from the renewable resources according to observation result. And the last one is after sale service. The rural area from the society that area will be got the can enjoy the electricity from PLN when they call 123 call center. After that, my friend Jida will be deliver the presentation.
Thank you, Eno. Now, I would like to share to you that this is the new aspiration of PLN. And PLN has a vision to be electricity champion of Southeast Asia and #1 customer choices for energy solutions. Currently, PLN has 4 aspirations that lead to this new vision and transformation. Those are green, lean, innovative, and customer focused. Green means PLN is ready to be a leading Indonesia's energy transition to rapid and efficient scale up of renewable energy. Lean means reliable and least cost provider of electricity to home, business, and industries. Innovative means stimulating growth through innovative business models and services. Customer focus means delighting customers through world-class quality and services. There are some substances that bring PLN into this new transformation, such as the increasing number of global energy demand and supply, development of technology, value pools, and players that are involved into the industries. Now, as my previous speakers has already discussed, we are currently focusing on the green side. As we all know that this topic has already been a hot issue in the past couple of years related to the climate change. As you might have heard, our planet is warming up, and now the entire world is trying to switch to cleaner energy, to heat up it less or at least more slowly. There are several renewable energy resources such as wind, solar, hydro, biomass, geothermal, and ocean power that has already explained by my previous speaker. And this is the primary global energy consumption as per the end of 2019. As we can see, 84% energy resources is still from the fossil fuel, which is not environmental friendly. Indonesia's current electrification ratio is still 99.51% from the target 99.99% by the end of 2020. It means that 0.49% of Indonesia people do not have the access to electricity yet. Maybe the number looks small, but if we try to multiply by the population of Indonesia, there are 1.3 million people in Indonesia who do not have the access to electricity. Can you imagine? In addition, current renewable energy mix is still 12.5% from the target 23% by the year 2025. Indonesia is an archipelago country. It has 17 islands, and it is indeed a very big number. It is clearly a challenge for the government to make sure all of the people can enjoy the electricity, including in the rural and remote areas. Technically speaking, it is not possible in those small islands to build 1,000 megawatts power plant, while the demand is only 5 to 10 megawatts, right? The obstacle that might be occurred to electrify those areas are, first, it is very difficult to install an underwater wire that line up the electricity into the rural areas. And also, if it's raining, the waves are high, diesel or any resources will not be able to get into the island, and they ended up with no electricity. Second,
It is the last 2 minutes, guys.
For the fossil fuel from first installation until the maintenance part. So, how can we generate electricity only with the energy coming from the island itself? All we can do is produce the energy with the resource from those areas originally from the island. And next. This is the step that my friend has already explained to you before. This is the 5 process that we consider to provide about distributing the renewable energy into the rural area. The first step is reporting. People from rural area just call 123 in order to submit a request for installation of renewable energy. It is just one call away. Number 2, collecting the data. The customer service will collect the data about capacity, the request, and the possibility of energy that will be used in the area. And 3, the research. The engineer and technician from the post office will come to the rural area to take an observation. And number 4, the installation itself. If it's qualified, then PLN head office will come and install PLTS or PLTB or any other resources that is provided in those areas. And 5, after sales service, the customer is finally can enjoy the electricity. Next. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to share to you the benefit of the program that we consider to provide from several perspectives. First, this program will precisely impact the electrification ratio along with the renewable energy mix in Indonesia. Because when we provide the renewable energy to the rural area, it will impact both of the electrification ratio and also the renewable energy mix target. And then the installation and maintenance are much easier rather than using the fossil fuel power plant. Underwater wire has been the most difficult obstacle that PLN would face. And then from the investment perspective, we all know that renewable energy will be much higher cost in the first, but after that, because renewable energy is will be available for a long term, it will cost less than the fossil fuel. And for the last, it is clearly environment friendly for our Earth. Now, why should PLN that has to offer this renewable?
Thank you guys, time is up. Give applause for the UPK Belawan. What a great presentation. I can see how you delivered the presentation, very comprehensive and of course insightful. And now we're gonna listen the arguments from the black team. UIKSBU, you ready guys?
Yeah, ready.
All right, please give your arguments 5 to 7 minutes, starting from now.
We are from Black Team want to share about what our thinking about renewable energy distribution in order to achieve electrification ratio and renewable energy to fulfillment the targets. First, we want to explain that to achieve electrification of 99.99% will cost a lot for PLN and government. The cost of power plant construction will be too high, like PLTA and the installation itself, like it's not ready and cannot be just, we will get it in 2 months. That was too short if you just want to fulfill this target in 2020. And from the environment side, it can include the side effect because the weather and the scale of the ratio about there is like too risk, and just we need more research to do this application.
Renewable energy is good, but implementing it only able to electrify a small scale like PLTS or PLTH. It can only electrify only one village, and the cost to build the PLTS or PLTH doesn't even cover the income coming from those villages. We cannot exclude the nature factor. Renewable energy power plants are really depends on good weather, like Benny said before. Like PLTS, it will need sunlight and good weather that shine brightly. And PLTA will also need good flow of water and raindrops. And PLTB will need to build in a windy place. Next time.
Okay. Thank you, Farah. And the last perception from us is, however small the power plant, it will need some permit and document to submit to government. They are not easy to obtain. Some of documents need time to acquire. Hence, the long time needed, we couldn't just build the power plant anytime we want to electrify some village. It's possible, but it needs time. And with 2020 will last only in 2 months, we think it's impossible to achieve the target of 99.99%. This about our comments about team renewable. Thank you.
Just want to add a little bit argument though, that sadly, even in Indonesia, we have so much renewable energy that we have been installed, but there is still lack of information to spread in Indonesia that we can produce, install for the mass with scale national. So I think 2 months is really short, that it will be not get it. Thank you. That was for us, from us.
All right, thank you, black team and the white team. Give applause for them. Awesome. And now it's time to listen feedbacks and also questions from the judges. Judges, please. There are gonna be some feedbacks and also some questions. So white team, be ready.
Okay, am I audible? Can you listen to me? Can you hear? Can I? Okay. Okay, now I would
cannot
like
hear
to
you.
give a little bit of comments on the presentation
Your sounds
by the white team.
slow. Sorry, we cannot
White
hear
team,
you.
I believe that you guys have a very good argument on what the plans that you are trying to do. In every
Can
argument,
you follow more?
in
That
every
sound.
presentations, I have to remember that, like I just explained in the beginning, the attractive opening. Your opening is suddenly just jump into the problem and you didn't elaborate on what is the things that we are currently facing. I didn't quite get what about, because I'm a, what do you call it, I'm a layman, I'm not a technical person. So as if like I don't quite get what is the problem of the things that you are trying to say until almost at the middle, I just get, oh, it's okay. Oh, now I get what you are trying to say. So I would say that your opening is not quite strong enough because as a layman, I didn't quite get what's the problem that you are trying to solve. Another thing is, according to what I observe is, I would like to probably, like because you are hasting and as we all know, you are running out of time, we see that you do not have a very good conclusion at the end, that I don't quite get what is the things that you are trying to accomplish by the end of the presentations. If I may give a suggestion, probably it will be better if there are 3 of you, one will do opening, another one will do the content, another one will do the conclusion. That will sounds much better to conclude everything that we just hear and to have a clear understanding that, okay, we have 3 parts. This is the problem, this is how we're going to solve it, and this is how we're going to do it at the end as a conclusion. That is my suggestion. So for the body language and others, I will give it to my partner, Irma, to explain.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can listen to me? Right. All right. So for overall, the presentation we'll watch right here, to make the additional explanation what has Kojo given to everyone right here, it's about the eye contact and also how this presentation is well delivered for you all, everyone. First of all, I see that your body language and the manner is actually well prepared enough, but it doesn't mean that it's qualified to be a good criteria of the presentation. That's supposed to be have the more, beside the contents, you also need to make the more interaction between the people who actually watch right here, because you need to make sure that the people that watch you is not all coming from possibly not coming from the presentator. So just make sure that everyone here has a good interaction and also body language in the package. So I think that the body language is already proper, but it needs more improvement when you are doing the more presentation in the next presentation, or maybe. Oh, yeah, it will be next presentation, right? So, yeah, so I'm going to make a little comment about the language and also the English usage that you are actually practicing. First of all, I see that some of you has done a little bit misgrammatical and also grammatical error when you are explaining your materials, and also the word picking of the vocabulary need more improvements. For the example, I see that you are making the word of focus, which is not well proper in the vocabulary pronunciation, which is the criteria of our today's judgment. It's supposed to be focus. And to electricity is not that well proper as a grammatical error. So we think that it actually will have the less credit for that. But overall, I see that your body language manner and also the language usage that you are doing is already good and also proper, but needs more improvement for the next presentation. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, judges. We're gonna move to the section. We're gonna give some time for the judges to give some questions to the white team. White team, be ready. The question may be hard or even easier. Please, judges.
So this is the questions from the judges, right? To UPK Belawan, right? So when you are talking about renewable energy, also we are thinking about the cost, right? So I have several questions about the cost. The question is, when you do a renewable energy, you think about the huge investment, right? So could you please give the scenario, how come PLN manufacture on this field by the limited funding? Because you know we are facing the COVID-19 and now we have a problem in the investment, right? So could you please explain a little bit more about the scenario to make the renewable energy as the power as our power to have a more electricity?
All right, is
Okay,
that
thank you
clear,
for
white team, the question?
Yeah, we get it. Okay, can we answer?
Yes. Question, white team?
Okay. No, I will answer. First, I want to answer the question from Kadebo. This is actually one of the solution from us to achieve our target, not in 2020, but at least we accelerate our achievement by the end of 2020. It means that what government did until right now, it is not reached our target anyway. But with this program, with our program, we want that people from the rural area give us the report that they need the electricity for their island, for their place. So compared to submarine cable, which is, submarine has a lot of disadvantage because it has a high cost to install the submarine cable, and also it will impact to the environment as well, and it will cost higher for the submarine cable to be maintenance in order if in the future there is some trouble. So this is our solution. With our solution, rather than we install the submarine cable, we have the solution to install the renewable energy, which is solar cell. And also the cost, because the cost of submarine cable and also the renewable energy is a little bit, same. I think there's no other better option than renewable energy. Maybe my friend wants to add.
Okay, thank you. Maybe just a little addition. As we know that if you're talking about the cost, it's clearly this renewable energy will cost higher at first rather than in fossil fuel. But in Indonesia, currently there are a lot of third parties that provide this renewable energy, and they become our vendor, our third party of giving the electricity to the rural areas. And if we are talking about the scenario, we can just turn the mechanism into tendering with the third party into handling with full responsibility with PLN. As we know that we have Indonesia Power and PGB for producing the renewable energy, or responsible for making the power plant instead of giving the responsibility to third party. Any addition?
In other hand, as we know, when we know power purchase agreement, that means PLN make a contract with third parties, that which mean from the other government who can invest their money to us. We can found another investment from the other country, from the not only in Indonesia. So it's more safe for us, and it's more cheaper than we use our money to make this renewable energy itself. It's more expensive. If we use third parties like PPA, power purchase agreement, like the common agreement, we can more safer, and that's why we invite the investor from the other country to invest their money to us. Thank you.
And a little addition, maybe it is more beneficial for us, for Indonesia people, and also for the government to maximize this APBN for producing our own renewable energy power plant, rather to giving away to the private parties. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Give applause for UPK Belawan, OT and friends. You guys reminds me about Putri Indonesia answering question, but in Halloween party, of course. And now we're gonna give a chance.
Actually, I have another question.
Oh, we have another feedback. So please, judges, give the feedback
so
first.
this is not a feedback. I want to ask a more question a little bit. Still with the Belawan, who are talking about the renewable energy. I just want to know. We are already a little bit. You already explained about the investment, about the cost. Now I want to ask as a judges. Renewable energy is a potential resources, right? So I just want to know about the actions right now. The sources can be maximized. So how? Based on your opinion, I want to know about your opinion. The resources must be maximized. So how? Thank you so much.
Like we said before, the rural area, they have their own renewable energy itself. Like PLTS Karampuang, when we said before, they have a good light from the sun, and they build the solar panel. So why we maximum this renewable energy? We see the area first before we made this renewable energy. That's why we need development from EBT to find the research and to collect the data to make the correct target, to make the maximum target to that area. And my friend, want to add that?
In my personal opinion, a way to maximize the resource in renewable energy is to make a division in PLN, as we have already discussed before, EBT division or renewable energy division that will do the research for the entire Indonesia and make a program to make the rural areas for making the power plant from the renewable energy, rather than we are giving the responsibility to the third party. And also for the rural areas, as we know that Indonesia has a big chance or a big capability of this renewable energy compared to compared to the other countries that have 4 seasons. We only have 2 seasons, and we will always have the sunlight all over the year. So it is a promising thing for us in Indonesia to make renewable energy resources and producing electricity from them.
And we know PLN was the have by government. So the rural area from the rural area and the from citizen, they can believe us to build these renewable resources rather than third parties. Also, as we know, it's save our energy to report, to collect where the area who's done electrified at first. And the second, we know the society will send us like feedback. In our area, it's good for the wind. In our area, good at the waterfall. So the EBT division will be discussed and will be make some conclusion what the renewable energy correct to that area. Thank you.
All right, thank you, white team. That was our first team on this competition, and we're gonna move to another competition, and it's now for the running video competition. We're gonna see some videos in 5 minutes, and the first one comes from Benny Herman Sulistyo, talking about the current issue. It is impact of COVID-19 pandemic. And here is the video.
Hello people, 2020 became the hardest year so far for Indonesia, even the world. Because with the disaster, flood, fire forestry, earthquake, and the pandemic of coronavirus disease, or they used to call COVID-19. Almost various segments, various ages, in every sector, like education, work, tourism, and the others, got the impact caused by the pandemic. This pandemic has found in Wuhan, China, and spread to the world, affected millions of people who are either sick or being killed due to the spread of this disease. Common symptoms usually are like fever, cold, cough, bone pain, and other breathing problems. This virus usually spread by the droplets on air. In Indonesia, we have implemented social distancing and staying at home to break the chain of this virus spreading. But there must be social impact, because not all levels of our society could follow all these policies. Some people still need to work out there, and some people might lose their job. At this point, according data from BPS, Badan Pusat Statistik, more than 7 million unemployed people due to the current condition.
Persebaran COVID-19 yang semakin meningkat membuat virus baru ini menjadi perhatian utama masyarakat. Tidak heran jika di lini masa hingga pemberitaan, topik corona, dan corona selalu kita temukan. Penerimaan informasi yang berlebihan nyatanya mampu berdampak pada psikis dan fisik seseorang.
Merebaknya virus corona ke sejumlah wilayah di Indonesia tidak hanya berdampak pada sakit fisik, tetapi juga psikologis masyarakat.
In terms of mental health, current condition cannot be underestimated. Depression, stress, anxiety, frustration are challenges that must be managed. According to Perhimpunan Dokter Spesialis Kedokteran Jiwa Indonesia, more than 4,000 people in Indonesia experience mental disorder and doing self-examination. The most psychological problems are found in the age group between 17 to 29 and over 60 years old. This service has been accessed in 34 provinces in Indonesia, and it was found that 65% of respondents experience anxiety, 62% experience depression, and 75% experience trauma. Out of total of 4,000 respondents who checked themselves in these services, 44% of respondents thought they'd rather die or want to injure themselves in any way. This thought was found in the group between 18 to 29 years old. So, how should you do with this anxiety, depression, and trauma? According to Perhimpunan Dokter Spesialis Kedokteran Jiwa Indonesia, the best way to dealing with this pandemic is to be responsive. Responsive is a mental attitude which is characterized by being calm, measured, finding out what to do, and providing appropriate and reasonable responses. Then, how to become responsive? First, breathe. Take some time to think about what you want to do. Just relax, chill. Second, assess. Check the valid information. That was important, knowing the truth. Third, action. Take appropriate action as recommended. Keep assessing the risk and remain calm. Four, reflect. Reflect on what has been done. Assess the current situation and prepare for the next responses that will be taken. Today, the vaccine has been found, but the scientists still doing the research and testing to get the best result. And we all know that this current condition was hard, but we still believe that we will get through this together. So, stay positive, stay healthy, and stay safe. I'm Benny from UIKSBU. Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing, Benny from UIKSBU. Hi, Benny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, now we're gonna listen some feedbacks or questions from the judges. Please.
All right.
Feedbacks or questions from the judges. Please.
Check.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Do you
Benny, for
still
the video.
hear us?
Yeah.
Feedbacks or questions from the judges.
Okay. So here, right, I'm going to explain about the judging criteria that relates to the speech structure, and also the effectiveness, and also the appropriateness for the video as a whole. First of all, I see that the opening is well delivered, but I think it's not really touching to what is the common background supposed to be. If you are actually making the presentation, I suggest for the next improvement, just make sure that the watcher or the people who actually listen for that is the common normal people who does not know anything about it. So I suggest you to actually make the simple background, the simple approachment to what you are going to talk about. If you want to talk about the effect, it means that you need to talk about what happened to the society before COVID-19 and now what's happened to them as a society. We think that there would be a lot of differences, that this condition needs to be improved, and what happens to your presentation from the very first place. So this type of approachment is very important. I think that there are a lot of people that will listen to your presentation do not understand about what is the topic, or sometimes they feel like they ignore. This is the tips for the next improvement of your presentation. You need to make the approachment, and also you see the views, and do not think that the people who listen to you understand what you talk about. No. Even though that we all judges are actually really well informed about COVID-19, but doesn't mean that we make sure our own opinion that actually needs to make your presentation is like, okay, we know that. No. So it's like there will be the combination based on our own opinion to your video. So just make sure that you need to make the small and soft approachment towards what you want to talk about as a background of your speech, a presentation. So this is the type of the opening that you need to talk about. The content that actually you serve will actually good in actually giving what happens to the society while they are actually having the mental burdens related to the effect of the COVID-19. But not only that, you need also to actually prove there are a lot of people also have a very good impact, also the bad impact of this COVID-19. I think there are a lot of impacts that you want to talk about, but do not only talk about the negative one. Well, there are people possibly have the positive impact of this COVID-19. But what you need to focus is about the negative one. So that's actually the approach of the presentation baser for the next improvements of your presentation. Because the effect is not only negative, that would be positive. But the negative is more than that. There will be a lot of people will get the positive impact, but the negative is more than that. That's the reason why you want to talk about the negative impact of your COVID-19 for the society right here. So I think it's going to be more clarified when you are actually present about the effect, right? Supposed to be. So under that, you need to actually make the small conclusion that I suggest you for the next presentation to have a conclusion to be divided, so we can catch up what is the conclusion you have. For example, before you end this, the conclusion will be A, will be B, will be C. So there will be the small conclusion based on your own opinion, because the people who watch it, possibly they have their own conclusion, right? So what your conclusion according to you, that possibly A, B, C, or is it the same with the audiences that listen? So if it's actually matched, so it will be good at the end. So that's actually the things that for the judging criteria, and also the appropriateness of your speech, purpose and matter, and understanding the topic. I think it's actually quite close to what you are going to talk about, but the things that many things to improve from your presentation in the future. Thank you very much. I'm going to give to my partner, Kojo.
Okay, thank you. Benny, you have done a very good job. You look very relaxed on your presentations, and you seems like you are really understand about COVID-19. Okay, and you're supposed to be like the COVID-19, what do you call it, spokesperson. That's very nice. But when I first see your presentation video, I was really taken by surprise with the immense of the background that you have. But that can also be a bad thing, actually. Seriously. Why? Because the background is too big, it makes yourself look so small. Okay? In my opinion, your background is so majestic, it makes yourself look so small in the middle of a white background. That's what I think. Another thing that I would like to give a suggestion is about your body language is this. When we talk, I know some of us has the tendency to do this. Okay? What I'm saying is, when we talk with such immense background, make yourself look big. Open up wide. Don't do this. This one makes you feel small. Compared to the background that you have is so big, you make yourself look so small. Okay? And with the background that big, you are free to walk around. You can step to the side and walk a little bit too far. What I'm talking is make a sense, make an understanding of your background, of how big and immense it is, and make use of it effectively. That will help your presentations even better in the future. Okay? So that will be my take on the body language and manner, and I will pass it to Deborah to elaborate more.
So hello Benny. So Benny, to give a feedback in your video presentations, I feel agree with the Mr. Josetio because at the time, first time when I saw you in that video, you feel so weak and very low. So that's why as a man, as a Mr. Josio, I'm sorry, as a man, as a Mr. Josio mentions, if you coming in the video, you have to give your gestures being like this, but you just feel your shoulder is a little bit low. Don't put your shoulder low, but you have to make your shoulder high, so it will be gain your confidence. And then I'm just gonna give the feedback in that part because I feel so annoyed with your gesture, something like that. This is really weak, you know. So that's the feedback for me, and also for the vocal variety, for the tone, for the enthusiasms. You have to more improve in the future. Okay. Okay. For Benny, don't give up because we are in the learning today. But overall, you did a good job. Thank you so much, Benny. Good luck. Back to you, MC.
All right, thank you, judges. Anyway, do you have any questions, judges, for Benny, maybe about the presentation?
Well, about the presentations, we don't have to because the theme is very similar with the conditions, so we already know. So I think about the contents very good. I think you remind us about the COVID-19. Thank you so much.
No question from the judges. And now we're going to invite all the audience from the YouTube and also the Zoom video conference to give some questions. You guys can write on the chat box on the Zoom or even on the YouTube channel. We're gonna give your questions to the participants for today. All right, we're gonna check. Is there any question from the audience? We're gonna give to Benny. All right, we don't find any question, but guys, you can still give your questions on the chat box, all right? And now we're gonna move to another video from the second individual video competition. We have Muhammad Fazazaki. The video is all about the economic condition of Indonesia in 2020 pandemic.
Welcome to PLN News. I am Muhammad Fazazaki bringing you the eye on the special edition news for today. The case of COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia has increased dramatically, reaching more than 315,714 recorded cases with an increasingly widespread distribution. The presence of this pandemic certainly poses a major risk, both to the society and the Indonesian economy. The economic slowdown in both real and financial sector is inevitable. Amid the risk of significant disruption in domestic economic activity, the government requires strategic, massive, and well-targeted fiscal policies to be executed swiftly. So far, the stimulus has been reissued by the government aiming at two focuses. For the short-term focus, the government has increased the healthcare budget and accelerated the realization on the social assistance program. Compared to other affected countries, the amount of the health sector budget in Indonesia is relatively higher, around 0.5% of GDP. For the long-term focus, the government has prepared a strategy to recover economic activity through several initiatives, such as tax incentive and credit relaxation. So far, the total amount of fiscal stimulus package has amounted to 2.5% of GDP. How does pandemic COVID-19 affect the economy of Indonesia? Mainly, shock hits all the economic agents in the circular flow of macroeconomic diagram, including corporation, which consists formal and informal business entities, small and medium-sized enterprises, household, government, and the financial sectors. Starting from the formal business sectors, the current weakening of global demand and supply chain disruptions caused by the termination of input goods production in several major global producers such as China triggers a major production shock. This indirectly results in a negative domino effect that interferes with domestic business activities. Furthermore, the implementation of physical distancing policy also reduces household demands for goods and services. As a result, the company's revenue also declines, potentially leading to layoff and even to the risk of bankruptcy. The physical distancing policy implemented by the government has severely impacted group of people who rely on the daily basis income, such as employees in the informal sectors and the small and medium-sized enterprises. In total, around 57% of the Indonesian labor force working in the informal sector, such as online ride-hailing and mobile food vendors, and more than 52 million units of SMEs across Indonesia which experience difficulties to meet their loan obligation due to the falling income. The deterioration of economic activity also impacting government revenues due lower individual and corporate taxes. Furthermore, formal business entities and SMEs might be under pressure to fulfill their loan obligation, leading to an increase of non-performing loan ratio in the financial sector. Amid high financial market volatility, banks and financial institutions might face serious liquidity problems. In order to anticipate the economic slowdown due to the pandemic, the government has released two stimulus packages. The first stimulus focused on the tourism sectors and the second stimulus focused on sustaining industrial activities. However, realizing the first stimulus phase 1 is not entirely relevant anymore due to the shutdown of borders. The government has taken a necessary step through the implementation of the third stimulus with a more substantial amount of money and beneficiaries. So the conclusion for today. First, nearly all the economic sectors are affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We predict GDP to grow slower at around 2.4 until 2.6% for overall in 2020. Second, fiscal stimulus is critically needed to help individuals and businesses get through the COVID-19 crisis so that they could rebound in the post-crisis recovery. With the fiscal deficit expected to widen as much as 5% of GDP, the government needs additional funds from bonds issuance, such as the 450 trillion pandemic bonds. The government has to maximize the issuance of pandemic bonds in US dollars denomination, which will help maintain rupiah stability through higher forex reserves. Government must continue to strengthen coordination with the Indonesian Fiscal Services Authority to carefully monitor the dynamics of COVID-19 transmission and the economic impact on Indonesia over time, including the coordinated policy measures required to maintain macroeconomic and financial system stability, as well as support solid and resilient economic growth. I am Muhammad Fazligan Izaki. Thank you for the privilege for today and have a good day.
Thank you for Muhammad Faza Zaki. Are you there, Faza?
Yes,
Where's
I'm here.
Faza or Zaki? All right there. What is your costume for the Halloween today? I don't see any spooky things on his or...
Because-
All right. Faza, be ready. The judges will give their feedbacks and questions. So the judges, please.
Okay, so it's me, Joe, again. And hey, I would like to give a round of applause to you, Zaki. Good job. I think you should contact Metro TV or TV1 next time. Maybe you can, have a second job as a news reporter. Done, very good job. Okay, so I have a question before I give my review. May I ask, what makes you, what gives you the idea, what's the inspiration behind that you are taking this as this presentation as a news reporter?
My idea to make a news reporter video because I want to make it like a news reporter, so it will be different from the others.
Okay, thank you. So your point is different, trying to be different. Okay. To be different has a very dangerous meanings as well. Sometimes different can be totally different, which means we are different until we miss the target of what we are trying to do. Let's say this is archery competition. Everybody brings their bow and arrow, but because you are trying to be different, you bring spears, tombak. Okay? So that is what I'm trying to say is, while you are being different, I'm so sorry to say that you are missing the point. This is not becoming a speech presentation anymore, but this has become a news reading. The difference between presentations and news reading is, in a presentations, we are always using a short sentence which is easy for the audience to understand. Okay, so we are trying to make our presentation with a simple language, less jargon. Jargon means technical terms like GDP, how many percentage, how many of data. You presented so many data that me, as an outsider that doesn't understand all those numbers, are overwhelmed with the numbers. Okay, so while being different is good, but of course sometimes we have to keep in mind that we have to be effective and we have to be efficient. Are we trying, what are the messages that we are trying to convey? We are trying to deliver to the audience without having to cutting down the main message, but also not being too overwhelmed with the data and information that we are trying to give to the audience. So try to find the middle ground. What is the most effective way? When I was watching your presentation just now, to be honest, I was taken by surprise with all those long words, long sentences, jargon, and I cannot seem to understand. And your facial expression doesn't really help as well. You didn't smile while presenting just smile a little bit. Even a news reporter, you see TV, you can see them smile a little bit. Just to make the situation less tense. I see that in the halfway through your presentation, you were tired, right? From sitting upright, and then suddenly you put tagak, right? See, because you are too tense. You are too tense. That's all. They are too tense. Okay, and I will not say much anymore. I'll give it back to I will give to my partner to elaborate some more.
Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Thank you so much, Gojo. Okay, so for me, I see that, yeah, it is a little bit different. I get the point that why you want to look different, because you think that there would be, something, no. I think you want to put a color in this type of competition because you want to look more colorful or having less boring. That would be another friends that will be present about their presentation would be just standing and feeling awkward with your own presentation paper. But now you actually want to present your materials with the news as the newscaster or as the news reporter. But I just want to assess that the things that you need to improve for your next presentation, even though you still want to use this news reporter again, I just want to make sure that you are actually standing as a news reporter. And I suggest you to keep watching the example of news reports that possibly from BBC or the Al Jazeera, that they actually will look like they speak to people, not like read to people. So this is the point of how to become a newscaster. I'm going to give you the example that you actually make your tones and intonation would be different, and there would be the parts of the sentences that you will rise up your voice and then rise down your voice. That would be like, good evening, viewers. Welcome back with me, Irma, as a newscaster in BBC News. Today's news is about COVID-19 effective to society. The society that blah, 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 blah. So there will be the tones that you actually need to focus. And I don't think that the points that you need to explain is all about the data, because you avoid boringness and you keep making boringness again by having the more data. I just want to make sure that the effect would be like, what is the more less tense of people will think about. So there will be many things that will be very good to listen comparing to the data possibly. People do not want to listen to data. That's the fact. I'm sorry. So people do not actually do not want to know what is the data. I mean the diagrams and the tables, that will be confusing for some people possibly. So if you want to make a color, you want to make your presentation different with other friends, so I suggest you to keep watching what is the things that you want to present. It is about newscasting or present reporting. So it is actually about reporting, not reading. So reading will actually give the double boring while you are actually giving the data, and also you stand out with the high tense like Kojo said already. So I really agree about that. So the things need to improve is that you need to learn more about how to become a newscaster or news reporter, and also need to learn about what possibly to be avoided when you are actually making a new color, when you are making the competition, for example, for the next in the future. So that's the thing that I can give the inputs for you, Zaki. Thank you very much. I'm going to give it back to the MC.
All right, thank you for the valuable economic condition in Indonesia. Talking about economic, you know, it's a hard time for all of us going through the situation, especially for me, you know, it's till 21st October and my bank account been crying. All right, we're gonna give you some surprise because we have another ice breaking. We have some games here, as you can see through the screen. Another games, another prize we will give to you guys. Now we have another breaking games. It's Ayo Tebak Gambar. Let's guess what is the picture is all about. All right, be ready, all those participants. Now you can see the picture on the screen. You can answer right on the chat box below. What animals do you see on the screen? Horse. Just type your answer on the chat box right now. To those who can guess the right answer will get a better score, and of course will win the prize. Oh my God, it's a surprise. It's not a horse, you know, it's a mutant horse, of course. It's basically goose. Can we see the chat box? What's the answer from the participant? Look at that. Horse, horse, and horse. You've been unlucky, guys. Let's check another picture. Be careful. What is the animal we show on the screen? Look at that. With the black eyes and the fluffy face. What is that actually?
Panda bird, tiger bird.
Is it a dog?
Panda. Tiger panda.
Just put your answer on the chat box. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see the animal. Oh my God! It's not what you like, guys. It's not a panda. It's the pink panda. Penguin panda. All right, it's a penguin actually. All right, that's the teaser, and this is the real game we're gonna give to you. Let's guess what is the movie title we show you from the emoticons, from the emojis. Just guess a movie title from those emojis. Give your answer right on the box right now. I bet you've been watching this movie. It's a phenomenal and legend movie. I've been watching this many times. A boy sailing through the oceans, haunted by a tiger. Oh my God, that's so intense. All right, let's see the answer. And the answer is Life of Pi. All right, let's move to another emojis. All right, oh, that's all. Thank you. We're gonna announce the winner later in the end of the event, the competition. And now let's continue to the team competition. All right, I gotta announce the winner of the latest games was Faza. Thank you for joining this competition, and you just win our prize for the ice breaking. Okay, we're gonna move to another team for the team competition. As the white team, we have UIKSBU. And the black team is UPK Pangkalan Susu. Hi guys, UIKSBU. Here we go. All right, you ready guys? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
You can share your presentation by the screen. Your time is 15 minutes. Start from now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It is such an honor and pleasure for us that we can stay right here. Thank you for the opportunity and the time that was given to us. If you don't mind, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Benny Herman Celestio. The next member is Tania Gracela.
Hi, guys.
And the last is Farayanita.
Hello.
We are representative from UIKSBU. So today we would like to explain about our idea, electricity, library in application. Tania will explain why we need this application. Right.
Okay. Thank you, Benny, for your introduction about our theme today. Right now, I will explain to all of you guys why do we take this idea to this competition. The first reason is lack of archived documents and books. So we difficult to find what we want. Documents that we mention is the innovation papers that have presented in the form of community of practice papers or knowledge sharing and knowledge capturing by employee and manager. And also thesis that use PLN UIKSBU as a research project. It's too difficult for new innovators to get the older COP papers from years before as their references to create a new perfect innovations. It's same case to obtain knowledge sharing papers due to lack of publication and archiving of such document. The second reason is the library isn't easy to access. Why? Because we just have a conventional library that is only located in the PLN UIKSBU main office, while our employees are spread in unit power plants within 100 kilometers. They can access the library easily as much as they want. The third reason is lack of maintenance of the conventional library. Our library can be called a perfect library because there is no updated books or upgraded documents. The library is not maintained well, and the human resources managing it still limited. So that makes our library is not optimal to be used as a source of information. The fourth reason is more online media readers than printed. Based on research in Indonesia by Nielsen, the Global Information Data and Measurement Firm said there are more online readers than print media readers, published from Suara.com 2020. This shows the interest of Indonesian, which is included PLN UIKSBU employees towards reading, still exists through digital platforms. So the lack of physical information cannot be used as an excuse to eliminate the existence of the library itself. The last reason why we choose this idea because PLN UIKSBU has been digitalized its correspondence system since 2020, which shows its interest to keep documents archives updated and real time. In this era of digitalization, it's expected to develop by converting all form of the information and data related to PLN in hard paper into digital or electronic library, especially information about power generating. Next slide. Okay, contents. About the contents, you can see from PLN UIKSBU Integrated Management System procedures till student thesis. But what we want to highlight this content is the highlight the knowledge management papers. All contestants and committee may know about knowledge management system in PLN UIKSBU. Knowledge management system is a means of creating, using, sharing, and managing knowledge and information by PLN UIKSBU employees. These papers are the papers that I explained before in recent one. The products are in the form of community of practice papers, knowledge sharing papers in APKM and PLN kita, and knowledge capturing in paper or video. And the second is articles written by PLN UIKSBU employees. This is a way for employees to share their opinions or issue about their work or activity in PLN UIKSBU. The next. How does it work? From this flowchart, we can see how the data collect. The data consists of two qualifications. The first is article or opinions from PLN employees. This data will send to admin, and admin will evaluate or review it according to the provisions of PLN. If articles or opinions are accepted, admin will upload it every weekly or monthly. For the second qualification, all data will be collected by admin from user and uploaded every semester and updated if there are changes. And for the better version for this application or an updated data, employees or guests can submit suggestions and critiques to admin directly. So the election content will be regularly maintained by admin. The next slide will be explained by our teammate Farah Yaneta.
Thank you, Tania. Okay, recently, PLN just launched a new core values, akhlak, which is an abbreviation of amanah or trustworthy, competence, harmonic, loyal, adaptive, and collaborative. The existence of election will be one of UIKSBU's efforts to support this core value of competence and adaptive. Election will help to improve our competence in these continuously changing challenges with all the knowledge it provides. And also, election will help support us as PLN's employees to be adaptive and continuously make improvements following technological developments of 4.0's industrial revolution, where internet, IDs, smartphone, big data are no longer stranger. Next.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, aligning with akhlak, PLN also initiated a big transformation, which is embodied in PLN's vision to become more green, lean, innovative, and customer-focused, like the one we see on the screen. Election will be one of UIKSBU's efforts to support PLN's transformation in the forms of innovative and lean part. Election is an innovation and a solution for conventional library digitalization, which was now barely had any visitors and rarely used for its original function. It's an important action to adapt to an increasingly advanced IT environment and of course supported by a reliable internet that almost all of us have access to nowadays. One of the advantages of election is data archiving. It's thorough and detailed, so that all information can be accessed anywhere and anytime via smartphone, laptop, or tablet or computer. There will be no need to visit the conventional library anymore if you don't have time. Increased competence, continuous creativity, and innovation will increase reliability and make power generating more effective and efficient, which are our core business, PLN UIKSBU, in facing changes and growing business challenges. Next. The application itself will be described by my friends Benny.
Thank you for the time. So here I would like to explain about our concept that will be applied to election. So election itself could be accessed in two ways, from the website and from the application that you can install by your phone or tablet. Okay, this election will be look like in your phone. Nah, there's two menu in the login. You can log in as employee and as a guest, like Tanya said before. For if you log in as employee, you should input your NIP or identity number. And if you log in as a guest, you could input your email to get the access by this application. Okay. From us to us is a platform that Tanya said before. It's a platform that let employee to write about what they are thinking about. It could be suggestion, critics, and or even to improve your writing skill in news or others. Okay, this platform we create because we want to make you to be brave to speak up about what are you thinking by your writings. So it could be display in our application as long as it could be build our quality to be better person like it. And then will be recommended for you. There will be a book or PDF or basic from what are you search for and basic for the new one in our collection. In this menu, even there are so much fun activity that will be held in UIKSBU. So we want to make sure that you all know about this event and not gonna miss it. In the right corner, you will see this tree line. If you tap on this tree, you will find the topic. It's including subject that we was divided into specific category. For example, environment, power plant, and the other things. And the collection, it will be give you option to access about our PDF, ebook, audiobook, and the others. Data will contain our internal document like EMS, SOP, IKA, and the others. About us will contain about our little bit company profile and why we make this application. And the last is a local. No, I think you want to log in forever, right? So we still give the local option.
Okay, so what is expected from election? First, election could increase our interest in reading and easy to access anytime and anywhere you are. Elections content are more accurate and reliable because they are obtained directly, checked, and of course evaluated by a competent employee. Election also will be a form of appreciation to our employees who have an interest of innovation in hopes of improving a new thinking mindset from other employees too, to create innovations in our core business field, which is power generating. Action can also be continuously developed by a relevant employee to improve content archiving related to the power generating, which then will participate in developing knowledge and career for employees in the same field. Lastly, election will increase the number of library visitors, both virtual and the conventional, because of its alignment between the books collection in the conventional library and elections database. We believe that our idea needs to be considered to be implemented, given its effectiveness and efficiency, as well as the benefits that can be felt by us as PLN UIKSBU's employees and public in general. This application, of course, is still open to any possible development. So election, it makes your work life simple
3 minutes to
and
go.
easier. Thank you for your attention.
All right. I think that is for us. So we just go back to the host.
All right, what an awesome presentation. Thank you, team from UIKSBU. Is that a program you just made by your own guys? Oh my God, that's amazing. I cannot wait to hear feedbacks from the judges. Please. Oh, I'm sorry, we skip one thing. We have black team here. They're gonna throw their arguments I'm going to go to UPK Pangkalan Susu. You ready, guys?
Yes, kita sudah selesai.
UPK Pangkalan Susu, you can give your
Thank you for
arguments
the
from 5
opportunity.
to 7 minutes. Start from now.
First, I want to apologize because I can't join Riri and Faza in their place because I was under a certification right at the moment. So I hope for the understanding for all of you. And actually, I just have one question. You know that in this era, we are actually controlled by what information received by us. So I want to know who decide what content could be posted or could be imparted to this online libraries, because if anyone could post anything, it also means bad because, or could we post a political view or what? So I want to know what's the limit here, what's the line. I think that's my question. Thank you.
All right, we invite
Sorry,
another team to give
actually,
their arguments.
Yes.
Faza and Teresia, do you have any arguments about the white team presentation? Please.
Okay, thank you very much for the time. And from us, this application is good. Your proposal for this application is good. But as a user, I've already feel like there is so much application that we use, starting from SAP, Amor, Budaya, Cost, and so on and so on. So what should we add more? I think we have to focus on optimize the existing application that we use now rather than adding more application, because I think all of us, not all of us, remember all of the application and what they're used for. That's all from me. Thank you very much. How about you, Ray? No, that's all from us.
That's enough.
It's enough. Thank you.
Thank you, white team. And now we're gonna listen to the feedbacks and questions from the judges. Please.
Thank you so much for the presentation. So this is talking about the application. All right. So I just know that this is actually the new refreshment that I believe it will be very useful. And everything that is created by young people that relates to the technology must be very useful and really, really advantageous. I believe so. But the question right is coming from me as the normal common people that actually needs to get more known about, and needs to be more encouraged about how this PLN would work. Is that about, is it well proper for all society to get close about PLN itself? I see that there is the condition of library, that you see that there will be the barrier for everyone to get the local library. Well, by having this election, people will easily get the information that relates to PLN itself. It could be for the employees and also the guests. Also, I mean that the people who is not working in PLN itself or as the external people. So is it well proper to be well accessed for everyone? And how to make it well socialized for people while people can see easily visit websites, for example? And how is it actually going to be more effective to be well socialized to the normal common people like we are as the external people, especially for the students, for example? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now it's my turn to give a little bit feedback. When I see the title of your presentation, election, I thought it is about election. General election, like electing presidents or pilkada or whatever it is. But after I listened to your presentation, I just realized, oh, it's a resources library. Am I right? Can you not? Yeah, it is a resources library. I believe in every presentation, you have to have this mindset. Keep it simple.
Iya, kasihan.
Keep it simple. What I'm saying is this. I understand in the beginning of the introduction, you are telling the audience, we have this problem. We have so many resources, we have this and that. And what is there any way we can compile everything into one place and it is easily accessible for everybody? Right? Am I right? Okay. So, if I can give a suggestion in your presentation slides, say something like this: election resources library. That will help your presentation a lot. It is like a key point of what are the things that we are expecting. Until now, at the end of your presentation, I don't know why you choose the word election and why the application name is election. I totally don't understand. I thought in PLN we are democracy, we have to choose GM, we do use election program. I don't know, probably. Yeah, right. So until halfway your presentation, oh, it's a resources library. It is so simple. Resources library, that's it. But I don't know why you elaborate it so flamboyantly, so we're using a lot of things that I don't quite understand what you guys are talking about. So what I'm suggesting is, during our presentation, keep it like this. Just think that your audience is stupid. I'm serious. Explain your point as simple as possible and keep it in mind, they do not know anything. They are stupid, and I'm here to tell them with the most simple words and simple way to explain it to them. That way, you'll get your audience attention easily. Okay? So that is my suggestion. For the next presentation, find a simple way, the most simple way to present your message. Okay? I think that will be all. Is there anything I want to add? And I would like to give it back to MC. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, judges, for the feedbacks and questions. You want to answer some questions? White team, UIKSBU? Was that all clear?
Can you hear me?
All right, we want to answer Miss Irma's question about the guys could be accessed. Yeah, so there will be differences between employee and the guys that could access what the content. First, from guys actually could access like company profile, book or ebook that we actually in general, not in a really external document. So like audiobook or PDF or just sometimes as a student or as a public, we want to looking for the information about electricity or about the PLN in general, like what the calorie, the batu bara, the coal. So lack of information that sometimes public need to know or need to get, but still in line that can access. So we want to make easier that as a part of BUMN, we want to take a part to And the second Kojo actually in PLN Budaya itself, in PLN culture, there is a culture that we want to make a unique name or unique unique abbreviation like election. We want to take electricity, library implication. Like we call our netizen electrician. Nah, we want to take a part of this.
Okay. If I can add my partner explanation, I think for the question from information for society, we want to make this library or PLN UIKSBU is as a source of information for society, like news about PLN UIKSBU or power generating, and what issue happened in UIKSBU that can be published for anyone. I think we want this application to get more interest from people outsider from PLN to know about PLN itself.
Maybe. Okay, I add some. This electronic library can also access by public. Maybe like outsourcing or student that's job training in PLN UIKSBU, maybe they want to find information about our company profile, or maybe some older thesis or some older papers about PLN UIKSBU, and they can find that information in election. So they didn't need to ask our employees to find all their thesis or all the research about PLN UIKSBU. So it can help them to do their assignment while having job training in PLN UIKSBU.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's our answer.
Yes.
Give back to MC.
Okay.
All right, we will give.
I still have another additional additional question possibly. Okay, so I see that the conclusion of this election application as the electronic dictionary. Okay, so we finally find that this is electronic dictionary. Okay, library.
Electricity library in application.
Electricity library. Okay, so finally we got the point that this is actually the electronic library again. Okay. When the presenter explained about it from the very first place. So I think that this application is socialized only for the students and also the people who needs the information that relates to UIKSBU or other stuff that relates to that. So what makes it different with the websites that possibly have the official website from PLN that they actually gain more information about it? So what is the difference between this application? So what I know that the application would work about how it could actually make A or make B. For example, there will be some advantage from the application, but by having this election, what type of this type of application can do to actually make the improvement for the society itself, except only to make information. If the answer is information, maybe many people can search from the website. So that's enough. So what actually this application could make the difference between the official website and also the application itself? Thank you.
All right, white team.
Okay, Miss Irma.
It's your time to give some response, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Miss Irma, I'll try to answer your question about what's different between election and PLN's official website. The PLN official website, www.pln.co.id, of course, provide information, but the information in the website is information of PLN in general. Company profile of PLN, like board of directors of PLN, news of PLNs in general from all over Indonesia. But what election provides is information from UIKSBU itself, like in news from UIKSBU, like corporate social responsibility, our event, our achievement in North Sumatra, something more specific like that. Some people sometimes need information like that, but it's hard to find online, or it's hard to find on PLN's official website itself because PLN have so many branches all over Indonesia. So we want to give a platform to provide exclusive information about UIKSBU. Maybe any addition?
Also, we want to share about our book collection that we have in conventional library or our PDL or ebook to get employee by itself. Because until now, there is still lack of application that PLN itself have and using that we could download or install in our phone. So we want to make it UIKSBU employee easier to get the thesis or research that could access by anywhere or anytime.
Yes, and I can add, we want this electricity library in application is as a model of power generating library in Indonesia maybe, because PLN is a complex company. So we need, we in power generating company, with so we want to focus our information or our data, because many people or many students want to know about PLN, the source, the technical. We want this library can provide or help that information to guests or society. It's
Is it enough, Mr. Irma?
Guys, that's a comprehensive answer. We can get your points. Awesome. An innovative ideas, a new application from the youngsters of PLN. Very awesome. All right, we have another question for the white team. Right now, it comes from a video, a special question from the management. Here we go.
Okay, thank you. Election innovation.
We have a special questions. Be ready. It's gonna be a short question maybe, but a special one. You can watch the question through the screen. All right. You know, you guys, you don't feel hurt by the knives, right? You're feeling okay, right? We gotta have that knives on the head later, but don't do this at home, all right? It's a dangerous one.
Okay, thank you. Election innovation is very good.
Okay, we're gonna announce the winner of our ice breaking in the morning. We have seen your dance through TikTok challenge, and the winner is UPK Belawan. Hi UPK Belawan, are you still there? We can see your dance really inspiring. You know, we're gonna make another account special for you to do more, you know, TikTok challenge, TikTok dance. That's awesome, by the way. Okay, white team, be ready. Here is the question for the management through the video. Here we go.
Okay, thank you. Election innovation is very good in my opinion. There are several things I want to ask, including 1. Election is one of the programs that support balance transformation, lean, green, innovative, and customer focused. If associated with company, school, KPI organization, election will greatly help to achieve company school wins. 2. What about the
Is it clear, or should we rewind the question?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, we're gonna repeat the question.
Okay, thank you. Election innovation is very good in my opinion. There are several things I want to ask, including 1. Election is one of the programs that support balance transformation, lean, green, innovative, and customer focused. If associated with company, school, KPI organization, election will greatly help to achieve company school wins. 2.
Okay, guys, do you got the question, the points? Is it clear enough?
We got the first question, but the second got the cut by another participant camera. So
okay, guys,
let's just answer about the first question. Chloe?
Okay, let me repeat the question from the video is, what unit do you think that will improve their work or their, activity by the application you just made, the election?
Transformation.
Okay, regarding PLN's transformation, green, lean, innovative, and customer focus, election is targeted to improve the innovative and lean part, like the one we share on our presentation before. Election is of course, it's an innovation. It's a new application to solution for a conventional library that rarely used nowadays. And also, it's an innovation that's using IT and can support us in our work and global community to find information about UIKSBU. And about lean, we have to adapt to an increasingly advanced IT, of course. Now it's a 4.0 industrial revolution where everything is on internet, is on the big data. So election is trying to adapt to 4.0's IT environment. Any addition?
No. Maybe this is from
Thank you, Mr. Farouk, for your question.
All right. Thank you for the answer, guys. And now we have another question. This is the last one, comes from our judges. Miss Deborah, please, your question.
Well, thank you so much, MC. So, hello, Farah, Benny, and Tania. So, I have a lot of questions based on your presentations because it's very interesting for me and I'm very curious. Just make a note about my questions. The first one I want to ask, is it already implemented? Is it already implemented or not yet?
No, it's still a concept.
It's still our idea that we propose.
So this is a concept, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if this is a concept, I have so many suggestions for you. The first one, if you want to be implemented in UIKSBU, you have to make a note regulations from divisions IT because this is the local applications. Because division IT already announced that we prohibited for the local application, right? So, but if you want to be more, if you want to be more huge for the next, you have to put your paper, your concept, your idea into innovations. So because I am the PIC of innovations, I give you suggestions. The first one, you have to put a PIC first and must be consistent. Okay, so I wish this is not only a dreaming. This is not just don't stop as a concept, but you have to make it real, okay? Because this is very good, you know. This is very good. This is digital liberalization because there's so many things that we can access in here. But you have to put the PIC first, and then you have to think about the viruses, the hackers, and the technical issues. And then you have to think about how to collect every data based on around UIKSBU. You have to think about that. But I wish if you want to be ready implemented, start it from now. Please start it from now so we can make it your innovations for the future, okay? And don't forget to put your idea into knowledge management, okay? Okay, guys. So, I want to ask a simple questions. How come this idea came up in your mind? Could you please explain to me? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Ms. Deborah. Actually, why we came up with this idea because we see in our office there is rarely people use conventional library right now in the nowadays, and in other units of part UIKSBU as well, from Nias, Labuan Angin, Pangkalan Susu maybe, there is no library that had book collection is like general. So there's like archive library, maybe from engineering. So there is no lack of employee that know or use the library as well. So it just came up with the idea when we made the application that employee could access in anywhere, anytime that what we have actually. So because there is so much information, so much book collection that we have, but rarely used in nowadays. Thank you. Or Tanya will add.
Okay, I will add my partner explanation. Personally, that our team agree about this idea is because we look many innovation in our company, especially UIKSBU. I think every year people or young innovators get the new innovations and they present them in COP papers or community of practice paper. We want to make we will give them a reward from their papers or research. Maybe if they don't win in national competition, we will keep their data or their research to be our references to make the new perfect innovation again, and we can win the national or as for the long mission or vision that I want to, we want to put up this idea is we want there is innovation can be good to be a model for the other unit with the similar problems. I think this is from me. Maybe Aneta.
Yeah, I agree with Tanya. Young innovators
I
or
think
new
that's enough.
innovators sometimes.
Thank you, guys. We got your points. And the judges also got your points. Thank you for your explanation and your ideas. That's awesome. And now we're going to move to another competition. This is individual video competition. We have a video, 5-minute video. Comes from Yusuf Putra Simanjuntak. The video talks about renewable energy and decarbonation in PLN.
Hi everyone, my name is Yusuf Putra Simanjuntak and I serve in gas engine power plant which is located in Duri, Riau. Since pre-industrial times, our Earth's temperature has continued to increase. Greenhouse gas emissions creating from human activities, through mining, massive use of fossil fuel transportation, electricity and industrial plant activities using coal as energy sources are some of the causes. As population and human needs increase, emissions continue to grow and continue to increase the temperature of our Earth. Currently, the increase in Earth's temperature has reached 1.1 degrees Celsius. To curb the rate of increase in Earth's temperature, many countries have signed the Paris Agreement in 2015. At the time, researchers targeted to keep the Earth's temperature below 2 degrees. In the Paris Agreement, Indonesia is committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 29% independently or 41% with international assistance. But in 2018, researchers found the increase in Earth's temperature by 2 degrees could be fatal. The increase in the Earth's temperature must be pressed below 1.5 degrees Celsius. If current conditions continue, researchers predict Earth's temperature will rise to more than 1.5 degrees by 2030. If it exceeds 1.5 degrees, the impact is very dangerous for living things, including humans. At an increase of 1.5 degrees, nearly 14% of the world population will experience extreme heat at least every 5 years. Meanwhile, at increase in temperature up to 2 degrees, the victim will increase by 37%. That's why we need decarbonization. Simply, decarbonization is an effort to reduce carbon dioxide emissions from the world. Decarbonization requires both sweeping change and incremental steps. As one of the highest emitters of greenhouse gases, Indonesia's climate commitment is very important to the world. Indonesia needs to increase its climate commitment so we are able to withstand the increase in Earth's temperature. So what we can do? Based on scheme formed by the government called Low Carbon Development Indonesia Plus, there are several ways to implement a low carbon economy in Indonesia. First, introducing carbon pricing to industry. Second, implementing policies to improve energy efficiency. And the last one is reduce the use of coal and accelerate the transition to renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources are the fastest growing generation technology. They generate no emissions. Their total life cycle cost is competitive because although they are expensive to build, they are cheaper to operate because their fuel sources are free. What about PL? I have a good news for all of you about our beloved government. PLN is considered successful in supporting a low-carbon economy. PLN has just made a proud achievement as the best company in South and Southeast Asia in supporting the transition to a low-carbon economy. This achievement is based on the result of assessment conducted by the World Benchmarking Alliance. It was presented at the launch of the Electric Utilities Benchmark on the last 6 June. PLN was selected to be one of the 50 best electricity companies in the world that have influenced the slow climate change. Also, in the last 2018, Indonesian President Joko Widodo inaugurated the country's first wind turbine power plant in Sidrap, South Sulawesi. This plant, which has a total capacity of 75 megawatts, consists of 30 wind turbine generators. The realization of the plants is the part of government efforts to boost the role of renewable energy towards the country's energy mix. By the year 2030, it is targeted that 23% of energy in Indonesia stems from renewable sources. So, that's a little bit about our news in the company. See you guys in the next chance. Bye-bye.
All right, what a great video and ideas. Thank you, Yusuf Putra Simanjuntak, you there? Hi, Yusuf.
Yes.
All right, we just watched your video,
Thank you.
and now let's listen to the judges' feedbacks and questions. Judges, please.
Yusuf, you have done a very good multimedia presentation. Your presentation is very lively, a lot of things happening at the background, and your music is very loud and very hip, until that I cannot quite listen clearly what you are trying to say. Your presentations is mostly, if I may, if according to what I hear, is 60% music, 40% is your voice. Your background music is too loud. Okay. When I listen to presentations, of course, I want to hear more about the presenter. The music is supposed to be a supporting element. Like when we are sad, there's a sad background music at the back, and we are giving out a lively, energetic presentation. Of course, music you choose, the music you choose is spot on. It is nice. Okay? Only that the ratio of your voice and the music is more dominant than your voice. That is too bad. I'm serious. Another thing is the multimedia presentation at the back behind you is also dominating. You are only taking 25% of your screen, and the rest is the whole all the presentation slides. This is one of the common mistake that a lot of presenters make is they are covering up. They are trying to as if they are hiding themselves and want to present their multimedia or their slides rather than themselves. That is wrong. A good presenter is the one that the audience want to look, not what happening in the back. What happened in the back is what is supporting your argument, not the other way around. As a presenter, we want to be confident enough that as if we don't need that presentation slides, I can still convince you what I'm about to say. That presentation slides is just to support my argument, to make it more convincing. Okay, so if you want to do another presentation in the future, keep this in mind. Always keep this in mind. I am the object. I am the subject, and I am the one that the audience need to see. All of that is just an additional to support my argument, not the other way around. Now what you're doing is, when the music and when the presentation slides is running at the back, as if you are the one is running at the background, explaining what happened to the picture. This is what's going to happen if we don't react to reduce the emission by 2 degrees Celsius. And if according to this, and this is going to happen. No, but it's the other way around. When I say, according to our government, that this is going to happen, blah, 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 then you have the presentations like that. Hey, look at this. I'm not the only one who's talking according to my opinion, but this is the fact that supporting my argument to you. So next time, switch it. You are the one who involved, and you are the one in charge of what's happening at the back, not you are explaining what happened at the back. That is my suggestion for you. Okay, thank you so much, Yusuf.
Thank you so much. I just want to make an additional explanation about how the videos has been screened today. It's all about happy or good ideas. I see that you actually wants to explain about how the good news from PLN that has got some achievements that relates to President Jokowi has already assigned and support your idea that what the PLN people are actually doing right now. I see that they are really, really much good idea, and it's supposed to be not the high tense that you show when you are having the video. I think that you are really, really awkward and high tense, okay, so this topic is about hard thing to talk about. No. It's supposed to be You know, you need to express that this is achievements, that you need to be really optimistic. You need to express it with your own eye contact, your gesture, to say that this is the good news, you Indonesian people. We bow and success to make A, to make B, that we have to be really optimistic with it. And you need to express with your own expression. Even you're not even talk about that with your own sentences, I see that it will be supported. But at least you make your gesture, your eye contact, your expression support the idea that it is the good news that you want to deliver to the people that listen, especially with us right here. And the things that again, another one is that about the distraction. I see that I want to see you as the center of attention. I want you to actually explain that idea that's supposed to be happy news, not the multimedias or others like what Coco has already said. I think that's going to be agreeable. The next of all is about that the presentation needs to be put as another energy. You know, your presentation needs to be really much energetic. I see that it is less energetic. The energy I see is from the music. I see from the multimedia and the videos behind. It's not from you as the presenter. I want you to become the center of attention, and you want to deliver what you actually has achieved and PLN people has achieved. And that energy needs to be delivered to the people, because this is presentation. This is a similar like public speaking or speech, that you want you as the person that want to be seen right, whatever you are standing, because you are present, that topic is supposed to be really much optimistic. I see that I see that you actually already explained simple point that needs to be delivered simply, because your arguments are actually well accepted, supposed to be. But when you are delivering it with the high tense, with the awkward and clumsy look, and people that watch it supposed to be like, oh, okay, it is a presentation, like what? Okay. So you need to improve that type of things when you are doing the next presentation on another chance in the future. I think that overall you are already did great, and I want you to see the better version of Yusuf's presentation next time. Thank you.
Well, Yusuf, this is a little bit feedback from me, okay? Overall, I like your video presentations because I like the music, and I like the technical, maybe call it the technical presentations, because the pics, the graphic, and etc. I like it. But it has been 2 times for me to hear your presentations. And at the end, now I realized that your presentation is tell about the PLN achievement, right? So based on what Mr. Joe and also Kak Irma told about, the gesture, the way you present is like you asking a fight from us. Because you're just being like this, I'm sorry, just being like this, and just feel so stiff. But if you feel, I wish you be more relaxed, because I like the music, I like the background of the presentations, but your gesture is not really supporting enough. So for the next time, maybe for the improvement, if you want to make a video presentations, you have to put a gesture, not to be stiff or not to asking a fight from somebody. It's just being like this, because the first time is a distraction for me. The person, you be a distraction for me because you feel so stiff like this. But if you feel more relaxed, being like this or doing something like that, it feel more relaxed, because the music is okay, the presentation is okay, just a little bit miss, but that's okay. But the most annoying is like your gesture is a little bit annoying. But next in the future, you have to try relax your body. Just that, okay, Yusuf, but overall, it's good. That's all for me, so back to MC.
Thank you, judges. By the way, I am with the judges. I agree with them. I love the music. Who doesn't love music? That's a good choice, Yusuf. So energetic. I can feel that. Made my mood. And now, do you have something to say about the feedbacks, by the way? Are you phrasing?
Okay, thank you. No, thank you for the chance. And first, I want to give a feedback from Mr. Kojo when you said the background is the background is most the most of the most from the video of me. That's because the first plan is I make a 50-50 of the background. The video is corrupt, so I make a new one. And the day for collecting the video is tomorrow. So I just have left one day. That's why I make that video. So I expect not more. That's all from Mr. Kojo, I guess, and from Miss Irma and Miss Deborah. Thank you for all your attention for my video, of course. And in the next future, I will do a lot improvement, of course, for our next video. Thank you.
Okay,
That's all.
thank you, Yusuf. That's a great video presentation. And last but not least, we got a question from the audience on YouTube. The question comes from Rinaldi, not the celebrity, you know, Rinaldi. The question is, hi Yusuf, I want to ask you about what is the real action that PLN UIKSBU do to support decarbonization? Please answer the question.
I'm sorry, bad connection. Can you reply the question, please?
All right, I repeat, the question is, what is the real action that PLN UIKSBU do to support decarbonization?
Okay, thank you for Mr. Rinaldi. KSBU to support the low carbon economy or something like that is reduce coal usage or gas or coal. I mean, reduce some PLTU and replace it with the gas engine power plant. For example, in my workplace, I serve in gas engine power plant, which is consists of 7 engines that use a gas for the fuel, not the coal. I think something like that. For example, if for UIKSBU, I mean, thank you.
Thank you, Yusuf, for your answer. Alright, folks, we're gonna hold the event for a few minutes because we have Adzan time, the praying time. We'll be right back. Welcome back to English Olympiad PLN UIKSBU 2020. Speak up your ideas, let's inspire others through this event. All right, Yusuf, are you still there? Do you have something to say more about your presentation or your video? It's a black screen already. Okay, Yusuf. Is there anything you want to say about your video or any feedbacks? Any answer for the question?
I guess that's enough from the judges and Mr. Rinaldi today.
Cool.
I think it's enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Yusuf, and thank you for all the participants for today. You were awesome, guys. Would you please to do the jargon again? One more time. Let's stand up, please. Let's stand up and do the jargon of PLN. I know it's been afternoon, you know, it's not morning anymore, but I believe you still have that spirit. Okay, let's do this together. You can turn on your mic, turn on your videos, and stand up, of course. Semangat pagi!
Pagi, pagi, pagi.
Pagi, pagi.
Awesome. PLN.
Berakhlak.
All right, thank you guys. You can
Terbaik.
back to your seat now. Awesome. All right, we still have more fun and more competitions tomorrow. Make sure you still on the YouTube channel and you join the Zoom video conference. We start from 9 to 12 p.m. Am I right? All right. Okay, guys, thanks for today. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for the judges. You were awesome, valuable feedbacks. And of course, Mila and the team. We'll see you tomorrow. I am Sandy Aristo. Thank you. Bye.